Hello everyone and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. I'm so excited. It feels like it's been a few weeks since I've done a reading vlog and I'm doubly excited because I have two amazing books that I want to start and hopefully finish in this vlog. Oh my god, the wind is going crazy, but I have a relatively quiet week as well, so that's why I wanted to start this reading vlog. It is the 2nd of January, so excited to get new books in for 2024, finding new favourites. Let me get into showing you which books we're going to be doing in this reading vlog. So excited because these are the two books that I really want to read physically in this vlog. So the first is an arc of the Atlas Complex, which is the third book in the Atlas 6 series, and this comes out on the 9th of January. And then this one I'm also so excited to read. If anyone knows, I absolutely love the first one in this series, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. It was in my best books of the year video. I absolutely begged to be sent the next copy before it was actually released. I think this is coming out very soon. And then the other book that I'm going to be trying to get more into is the Wheel of Time. So I've started Wheel of Time number 10 and I just need to be keeping that ticking along throughout in this reading vlog as well. I'm trying to finish the Wheel of Time this year in 2024 because it's been so many years since I've been reading it and I just really want to tick it off permanently, which means I have to start reading them like more consistently. So this is going to be such a fun, hopefully very cozy, very cute reading vlog. I won't lie, it's been many hours and I have not updated you at all, but I have been reading. I am now 100 pages into the Atlas Complex and like I thought it was going to be, it is complex. They've named it accurately because I am still pretty lost even though I'm 100 pages in. I'm going to look up actually where we left off with everyone and like everyone's alliances because we've just jumped right back in and I'm like kind of lost. But I feel like it's going to be fun and it'll be a fun conclusion once I've got my head around it. I've just done my skincare and everything. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to read a bit more. Misa says good morning. Hello and good morning everyone. I am wearing the same top as yesterday, if you did notice. If you didn't, I've just pointed it out. So we'll just swiftly move on. I am just getting ready for the day now. Wanted to give you a little reading update and tell you the plan for the day. Last night, I did manage to get to page 150 in this book. I'm going to be so real. I don't know if I'm loving it that much. Olivia Blake's writing is very unique. If you've read any of her books, you know what I mean. Like, I really understand why people like love or hate her books. But I've kind of had a realization that I like when her characters are all in one space and she's really digging deep into the relationships between the characters. Our Atlas 6, our group of young people are all very spread out and I don't also love the way that the plot is going or like the lack of plot so far. I don't know. It's very hard to explain her writing style if you haven't read it before, but I don't know. I'm not loving it and it's kind of been a bit more of a chore to get through than I thought it would be. Which is so disappointing because I gave the Atlas 6 5 stars. I absolutely loved it, but that is very like close quarters. There is 6 people. They're all holed up in a house together. They are manipulating each other. They all like have this thing that they want and it's like kind of quite clear what they want in the end. Like they all want this like knowledge and this access and there's like a very clear kind of thing that has to happen at the end of that book and it's all about the manipulation and I loved that because I think that's where her writing really is so strong, is between those manipulations between characters. But when it's a bigger plot than that like very close quarters kind of plot, I'm not sure that she kind of has the writing style that, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. Like she often won't tell you like facts. She just won't tell you where people are or what they're doing or what they're thinking or like what the plot is. A lot of it is like this twisty kind of writing and that works when it's about character manipulations and emotions and feelings. I'm not sure it works with a bigger, wider plot and I don't know, I'm only 150 pages in. We will see how it goes. So that's about a third of the way through. It might be better now, like now we've kind of finally checked in with every single character so I know where they are and kind of what they're thinking. So it might get better from now and I'm hoping it does. So I will keep you updated with that. I need to get ready now. I'm going to go and have breakfast and I'm also just catching up with Tasmin's most recent YouTube video. I'm going to see Tasmin later on today, which is very cute. I think I'm going to make like a banana smoothie for breakfast maybe. Doing a little banana smoothie. Peanut butter. Look at this huge peanut butter I have. I am also listening to an audiobook. It's an arc that I got on NetGalley and it's called City of Stardust. Oh, these are really frozen in there. And it's okay, but I'm not completely loving it, but I just kind of want to finish it now. It's kind of like a worse version of A Starless Sea, and it's kind of even got a similar title. It's like very much all vibes, no plot, but like no plot. If you did not know, well, I don't know why you would know, I haven't told you yet, but I'm doing Veganuary. I always do Veganuary. But Veganuary has kind of snuck up on me this year. Like, I haven't been prepared for it at all. This is about the 5th year maybe, or like 4th year that I've done Veganuary. I like doing it every year because it means that I'm vegetarian most of the time, and then I'm vegan like 1/12 of the time. And basically also what I do at the end of Veganuary is that I always decide one thing to permanently switch out for a vegan version. So for example, I always obviously have vegan milk and butter and mayonnaise. I did start having vegan yogurt, but I went back on that because I wasn't getting enough protein and I wanted to have protein yogurts. But yeah, I always give up one thing permanently at the end of Veganuary and make a permanent switch to a vegan version, which is kind of fun. Oh, look at that fresh new peanut butter. I did banana, peanut butter, and I also added some oats as well to make it a bit more, oh god, it's gonna be too full. Also, do you like my new glasses? I got them for Christmas from my granny. Shout out to Granny, thanks. Taste test. It's delicious. What do you think, Mies? Can't remember what else I was going to do. Oh my god, my house is a mess. I really need to clean the house. But I don't have that much time. Okay. Hi, I have not been vlogging because I've been rushing around. I am so late to go and meet Tassin. I feel so bad. I'm always late as well. Oh, I hate it. I'm late, but I'm on my way. And I also come bearing gifts in the form of a book and a mug. I'm here with the gorgeous Tassin, and we are sitting right by the window.
It was like, there's a window seat there, leave it, mine. And we have about 10 minutes left of the sun. Fix my tripod.
We're so coordinated.
Always.
Tassin's got the best little stack.
This is my haul for today. 6 books for £16.
Can you believe that?
Insane. They're
oh
all
my god.
slightly damaged. They're
Yeah.
in
Slightly though.
The tiniest bit. In the basement, they've got a section that's all, they said it's like their biggest sale ever. So for £5.
Oh my
Treasure the
god.
Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, just because there's this like slice on the back.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's in perfect condition.
And what's the normal price of it? It'll say in there, won't it?
£22. I wanted to get it in the half price sale anyway, so that's perfect. Because I know that you love it.
Yeah.
I want to read The Grace of Kings.
I'm really jealous of this one.
And again, it's just like that. That would happen in my bag in one day. I haven't read any by Clay Chiamesi.
I love
heard
this
very
one.
good things about this. Emma by Jane Austen, in my favourite editions of classics, £3. Again, just that tiny little bit there. And then Robin Hobb, I'm reading the Realm of the Elderly books at the moment.
So am I.
I'm pretty sure I don't have this.
I love the little cats on it.
Such a beautiful illustration, but it's Robin Hobb and Megan Linden, which I didn't know. It's an anthology of short stories from the 60s. And then this is Savage Her Reply by Deirdre Sullivan, and I have Tangleweed and Brine, which I haven't read, but I've heard very, very good things about. It's £1.
Yeah, cannot go wrong.
Obviously, yes, and yeah, immaculate condition.
And you can bet your bottom dollar we are going back down to that basement after we are finished here so that I can see what I can get as well, because I'm so jealous of that stack. And I actually also have a gift card, but I don't know what to spend it on. Like, whenever I have a gift card, I'm like, oh my god, like, it's like free money.
Yeah.
But then I'm like more like concerned about what to spend it on than if I was just buying books anyway. So I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to come away with a book today, at least one.
Do you want to show them what you recently as well?
Oh yeah.
This mug, I love cats, I love butterflies, I love flowers. This is gorgeous. It's definitely going to feature my videos.
And if you don't already follow Tassin, then go and follow now, because at the beginning of all of their videos they do a little tea and they show the mugs and it's so cute. So this is why I got a mug.
And also some books that I think you didn't like. They were like some of your worst books of last year, but I'm curious. I've not read any Medusa by Tessa. I'm very intrigued. And this one I was like, oh, if it's free, I'll finally give her a go. I
really want to know what
everyone's
you do.
on about. Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
Oh my god, you're kind of like matching it again.
I only read books that match my outfit.
We're in the horror section. I really want to read this one. Woo!
Holy smokes.
Oh my god, that's a beautiful edition. Oh wow, they're really cool. Oh my god. Stunning.
Bit battered. Ask if you can get a discount.
What have you done, Tasman?
Added 2 more to the pile.
Just a small pile.
Got 8 books for £22. That's
Are
amazing.
you kidding? It's
This
so
is-
good.
This is one of my favourite books of all time, and it's pristine condition. So
And I've read it and I also loved it.
I'm buying it to like give someone because I bought
Yeah.
full price copies for so many people. So I'm like, oh, amazing, it's gonna
Yeah.
come again. And then Lydia just recommended this to me.
I think you'll love it.
It sounds right up my street, and what a cute cover.
I just love the cover so much. I am getting this book. I have literally been agonising which books to get because they have these beautiful hardcover copies of the Naomi Novik Scholomance? I don't even know how you pronounce it. But that series I'm currently reading and currently loving. So these are the 2 that I am leaving behind. This one is £5 and then this one is number 3 and that's the Waterstone Special Edition with the edges. So nice, but I'm not buying hardbacks at the minute, so I'm also leaving this one behind. Even though I feel like I'm going to regret this, but I'm buying them in different editions, so I can't have 2 different types of editions. But this is the best place to go, by the way, for the clearance. It's in the basement of Waterstones, and there's just deals abound. This is the book that we are going to buddy read in February.
Join my Fable book club.
Hi! Everyone go and subscribe if you don't already to, is it Tea Books and Tasman?
Tea Books and Tasman. Like
Tea Books and Tasman.
Bye, everyone.
I'm back home with the baby who is just crying because she thinks it's dinner time and it's not. Had an absolutely gorgeous day with Tasman. Always an absolutely delightful time. We did not get that much productive things done, although I did go back and do some writing, and it feels good to be back into writing again. I'm going to really try and focus on it in January. And I did get to go through a good chapter, and I think Taz also got some stuff done as well. So it was kind of productive, but mostly we did just sit, chat, catch up, and did a lot of book shopping. So that was absolutely lovely. On the way home, I just finished the audiobook of the City of Stardust, the Stardust City. And I didn't love this one, to be honest. It's not really the type of book for me anyway, I think. So I'm hesitant to say it's not good because some people might really love it. It's very slow, it's very atmospheric. It very much has a similar writing style, I would say, to Erin Morgenstern. So if you love The Night Circus or Starless Sea, you might really love this. I didn't like The Night Circus and I did like Starless Sea. This is it's kind of trying to be the Starless Sea, but it's not as good. And the plot did not hook me. Like, it's kind of difficult to even tell you what the plot really is because it's one of those books that's really very much all vibes, which I don't mind sometimes, but if it's all vibes, then I want really strong characters, and the characters weren't that strong. Ended up rating it probably like 2.5, around 2.5, maybe 2 stars. But then I immediately started the audiobook of the book that I was just talking about, which is The Last Graduate. So it's the second one in the Scholomance series. But I'm so excited for this one. It just came in on my library, so I'm listening to it as an audiobook, and I listened to the first one as an audiobook as well, and I really like the audiobook narrator. She really brings the character to life, and I'm going to start making dinner now. I think today I'm going to do some tofu and rice. I'm not very good at videoing cooking, but I've put the rice on and I've put some peas and sweet corn in there too. It hasn't really worked out very well, but this is tofu and spicy peanut. It's like a spicy peanut with courgette and then rice. We shall see how I feel about this. Good morning, everyone. I am up and vaguely ready. I really want to get out on a walk this morning because I couldn't go yesterday. I want to do my TBR for YouTube and also on TikTok as well, and also just figure out my TBR for the month because what is it, like the 4th of January, and I haven't even figured out my TBR. Like, usually I put it up here and it's just completely empty. Should probably put my Christmas tree back in the loft at some point. I did get up to just over 200 pages read in this book now currently. It's definitely heating up in terms of the plot. This is the issue though, it's the plot is the issue. It's really hard to explain the writing style, especially if you've never read Olivia Blake before. It's kind of very hard to explain her writing style. Sometimes her writing basically gets in the way of giving you very basic information, like what's the plot? What's the actual character motivations? You know, it's like all the characters are doubting themselves so much and doubting each other so much, but you're like, okay, but what actually are we doing here? Like, what's the actual real reason this plot is moving forward in the first place? You know, what's going on here? That's what's kind of like making it difficult to pick it up, because it don't feel like there's a very driving force kind of through the plot, but also the character kind of, if it was going to be like the first book, which is the Atlas Six, really character study, really about the relationships and the manipulations, it's also not enough like that either, because they're all really currently separate and not really talking to each other as well. Like, I don't like when people just don't talk to each other and time just keeps moving on, and I'm like, but what are they doing? What are they doing when we're not with them, you know? Like, why is so much time moving on and nothing's happening? Hopefully just when the plot kicks in, it gets better. I don't know. I'm just like not loving it. I just really want to kind of get it over with so that I can start this book, because I know that this is not going to let me down. In terms of my other reading, going to listen to more of The Last Graduate on my walk, which would be lovely. And I've read barely anything of The Wheel of Time. I'm on 2%. Even though I've read like a good number of pages, they're just like intensely long, those books. You look so cute. I have made myself an absolutely enormous smoothie. It's bananas and oats and peanut butter, mainly, with oat milk. I have been doing fuck all today, because all I've been doing is listening to this audiobook, and I'm obsessed. Oh, it wasn't even on the agenda really for this vlog at the beginning, but I love this series so much, and it's so much fun when you're just like wholeheartedly enjoying something, you know, like when you're not having to think about like the things you don't like about it, because you're just along for the ride. Like, they're not perfect, these books, in any way. They're very exposition heavy. Like, I can really see why people wouldn't like them, but to me, I love them. They're so creative. I love the characters. I'm like so invested. I love Galadriel, or Elle, and it's just so much fun. And I'm literally almost done with the audiobook. I listen to my audiobooks fast anyway, but when I'm enjoying them especially, like, I listen to them really fast, and I've just been like eating it up. Like, I can't listen to it quick enough. Probably I've got like 10% left of the audiobook, but I'm forcing myself to stop even though I don't want to, because first of all, my headphones have run out of battery, so that's probably why I've actually stopped. But I also really need to get some filming done today, so I'm going to film a TBR. So I'm going to do that right now and stop procrastinating listening to this book. Ah, it's so good. This is The Stack, the TBR. It's like 5:30 now and I'm really hungry, but it's too late for lunch, but it's too early for dinner. This always happens to me like this time of night, but I now really want to get like comfy and cozy, but I might first finish off The Last Graduate, because I'm just loving this book and I don't have long left, so I might just do that now, do a bit of editing while I finish off that book, and then I will tell you what I think when it's over. But I think you can already tell it's gonna be a good rating. I've just been getting some work done. Now I'm hungry and we're gonna go downstairs. I'm going to bring my book downstairs and we can go and cook some dinner, and then I'm gonna read this book tonight. I'm gonna aim to get another like 100 pages done. I'm on page 250. I want to get to like 300 before I come up to bed, and then another 50 before I go to sleep. I think that's not too much to ask for. Also, just like I'm like really excited about the other things I want to read now, and I'm not loving this one. I just have to say it, I'm not loving it. So I just kind of want to get it done out the way so I can move on, namely to Emily Wilde. Oh my god, though, I need to tell you this first, because I just finished The Last Graduate. That's what I was doing while I was working. I've just been like marinating on my review. I loved it. Another like amazing book, but also another huge cliffhanger at the end of it. What? Why is she doing this to me? But luckily my library hold for the third book comes in like a week, so I don't have to wait too long. But oh my god, it was so good. I loved it. I just like, something about it is so addictive as well. Like, it reminds me of reading when I was young, like when I get obsessed with stuff. Like, I don't know, I haven't felt like that way in in ages. So it's been so much fun. It was so good. So anyway, let's go downstairs. I'm gonna grab my oh sorry, it's a bad angle, but I'm just gonna grab my water bottle, my water glasses, and we'll go downstairs and cook some dinner. Let's go. I never figure out how is a good place to film in the kitchen, because there's no good place to prop you up. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what we are having tonight is chickpeas, and I'm gonna do some fresh tomatoes and do a herby tomatoey chickpea thing with some vegan corn chicken as well. See, this is not a great angle because I have to I've got the good chickpeas today and I'm so excited about it. These are the fancy ones and I've been waiting to eat these. Honestly, I thought that there was no difference between chickpeas until I had fancy chickpeas. And so these are the star of the show today. I mean, look at this little paper hat. That's how you can tell it's fancy. So let's get cooking, and I'll probably add on some vegan cheese flakes, which is nutritional yeast. I just realised I don't have an onion, which is upsetting. I was mentally relying on having an onion for this dinner, but we are gonna persevere anyway. Okay, I never claimed to be a cooking channel, and I just got really stressed out trying to cook this recipe. The recipe that I invented, that I'm in control of, I got really stressed out cooking it. Anyway, we're almost at the end, but it was really stressful. I burned everything and then put things in the bin, and then I completely forgot I was vlogging. But let me show you. It's like a tomatoey chickpea with cut up sausages. Voila! It's not too bad. Let's see how it tastes. Had dinner. I'm sitting here with Miso. She's sitting on my lap. And I'm going to do some reading of this book. Ooh, The Atlas Complex. I keep getting the title wrong in my head. What do you think, Mies? Miso has been napping in my lap all evening, and I just got halfway through this book. It is finally heating up a bit in terms of the plot, but I'm still not loving it. I think that this second half will be better. And a lot of faffing about though. Do you know what I mean? Characters saying one thing and meaning another, but then they tell other people one thing and then they just say all these sentences about life and who they are and what they mean. But that's all they say. Do you know what I mean? It's it's not they're actually deep, because it's it's constant. It's not a beautiful line here and there where you're oh yeah, that's so accurate for this person. Really speaks to their philosophy and what they mean and their personality. It's constant. So their inner monologues are just these long rants about everything, and so much of them are so circular. They go right back round on themselves. I don't know. I just think it's most interesting when they're all together and they haven't been together, and also there's just not enough of a plot to drive them, towards anything. So it's been a bit tough going so far, but we'll see how it goes. I'll probably head up to bed very soon and read a little bit more, because I kind of just want to get it done. I feel bad saying that. I loved the first book, and the second book was good, and this one I was just I think I had high hopes because it's the last one. We'll see how it ends, but I'm kind of disappointed. I feel a lot of the characters and the reasons I loved them in the beginning, a lot of them I don't like them as much anymore. If you have read these ones, the people I'm still really loving are Callum. He's remained pretty strong. He had a bit of a dip in the second book, and I like him again now. He's just, in this book, he's by far the most interesting person to read from. And I also still really like reading from Parissa, her chapters. Nico's okay, but I like Gideon a lot better than Nico. Gideon's more interesting than Nico. Libby is annoying me. Raina is annoying me. Tristan, I hate. And I've always hated. I don't really like reading from Tristan's perspective. Yeah, I think also we've kind of lost a kind of a villain aspect, because none of them are acting villainous anymore, and there's also no real big external villain anymore. And I think that is to its lack, to be honest. But we shall see how the rest of it goes. Good morning. Why do I feel like I have to whisper? It's so dark today, but I'm just heading out for a walk to start the day off. Okay, it's a little brighter out here, thank goodness, because it's so dark in my house. It's about 8:30, which I'm not usually up and out at this time. I'm trying to be better with kind of getting out early for a walk. Back with Miso. Gonna make my breakfast smoothie now. I'm just having my smoothie and doing some editing my January TBR. Then I think I'm gonna have a shower, wash my hair, and hopefully do some writing this afternoon and also some reading. But one small update for you is that I started a new book. Is it on the TBR that I just decided and filmed yesterday and I'm about to upload? No. Did I start a new book anyway? Yes. But basically when I was on my walk, I just got the urge to start a new audiobook. And so I started reading Crime and Punishment. So that's a journey that we're going to go on this month together. I have now showered, gotten cozy, and I was just doing some reading. I was reading some of Agatha Christie Nemesis and doing some notes, which is like what we do to try and figure out the central mystery. So on Storygraph, like me and Alice do a buddy read, and then chapter by chapter, like we collect clues and then try and figure out the mystery at the end. I've been doing my notes for the chapters. And I won't spoil it, but like I'm not loving this one, I won't lie. I was just having some tea and doing some reading. I am going to try and do some writing this afternoon, try and get into, I've kind of like given myself some goals and some deadlines for doing some writing for my book. I managed to get some good work done. I started working on my book again, which, oh, it's like such a mix of feelings working on that. Anyway, I got some work done this afternoon in terms of editing and also writing, and now we are cooking dinner yet again. I'm doing the other courgette that I have with some like chicken and noodles, maybe like a spicy sauce, but you know what, we'll see what it comes out as because I never actually know when I start cooking. I once again got too stressed out to film any of the process of cooking, so I'm just going to show you the almost finished product. Noodles. There's a courgette in there somewhere that kind of dissolved. I am now sitting here doing my nails. I'm doing them in this colour with my little lamp. I'm finishing off my nails and watching Reagan's new video. Good morning. I'm out on my walk and I'm drinking my banana smoothie. And I have a reading update for you, but I will tell you when I get home because I shouldn't be vlogging in public. But I got a significant way through the Atlas complex last night and I'm going to be finishing it this morning when I get home, and I will update you on my thoughts when I do. I have just been doing some work, but I wanted to give you a slight reading update because I have almost finished. Wait, where is it? Oh, I think it's downstairs. I can't remember to go and get it. Anyway, the Atlas complex, the book that I've been reading, I've almost finished it. I'm very close to finishing. I'm not loving it, I have to say. I'm just not loving this book and it's annoying me. The writing style is getting on my nerves at this point. I think that I just can't handle like the constant internal monologues from the characters when no one's talking to each other, so there's nothing even really to say, and it's like often it's just really circular. Like they just, I don't know, like she goes for like the dramatic line instead of anything actually heartfelt and dramatic. Do you know what I mean? It's all about like the words and like saying an interesting and dramatic line rather than actually being interesting and dramatic. And I just think it's a disappointing end to a series that I really started. Like, first book, I absolutely loved it, and I think that if I ever read another one of Olivia Blake's books, it has to be a character focused, detailed study of two people and their relationship, and like two people or a few more people, like something that's really close quarters, if you know what I mean. I don't think I like her books when there is, I just don't think I like her plotting. I don't like her writing when there is more plotting. Do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? I don't know. I'm just really understanding why people don't like Olivia Blake's writing as well this year. She's very hit and miss for me. And this one's a miss, which is so sad. So I'm going to carry on doing some filming. Went on a lovely walk this morning though and had my smoothie, so that was delightful. Been loving doing walks this week. Although I'm realising this vlog might be very boring to watch because all I've been doing is drinking a smoothie every day, going on a little walk every day, reading the same couple books, filming. Like, is this boring for you guys? Let me know. Anyway, let's go back to work and then I'll go down, finish the book and then do my summing up thoughts. But more importantly, I will get to start my next book, which is going to be Emily Wilde's Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. So I can't wait to start that one. So that's mainly why I want to knock off the Atlas complex so that we can start that and dig into that book. Okay, so I'm done with the filming. I'm having some lunch. I'm having some avocado on a bagel and I'm so excited. I'm going to devour this. It is already almost 4 o'clock and that's why the sun is going down. I'm going to do a little bit of editing just to get it out of the way while I'm like in a work mode. and then I'm gonna go and sit on the sofa and finish off the Atlas Complex. I can't wait for it to be done. I kind of also can't wait to see what happens at the end. I am about to sit down here and get cozy and finish off this book, but first of all, we need a snack. And honestly, being vegan, this is the most annoying thing. I'm only being vegan in January, but I always have to stock up on Oreos. So let's get some Oreos because they are accidentally vegan. I got these Oreo minis. Maybe I'll get 2 packs today. Maybe I deserve it. Glad I got 2 packs out because there's about 4 in there. Reading with me, so. Sorry, I've just finished this and I did not like it at all. It actually got worse at the end. None of it made sense. Nothing was resolved even on the things that were like supposed to be resolved were just not resolved. I could not even tell you like what actually happened in the end of this book because it was so overly convoluted, like incredibly convoluted, that also just nothing happened. No like actual decision was made. At one point even that like the author just like writes out loads of different versions of things that could happen. Like, and there's like 300 like different scenarios about things that could happen if people made different choices. And it's like, okay, but are you going to tell us which one happened? Or like, are you going to pick one? Or are you just going to write them all out? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, she obviously didn't know how to end it. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. This is going to be like a 2-star for me. Maybe even a 1-star. If I'm going to be like really brutally honest. I didn't like it. Even like, it's actually just way worse than book 2. And book 2 was worse than book 1. And I'm thinking, am I crazy? Was book 1 bad? Like, no, I don't think it was. I really enjoyed book 1. But I did not like this at all. And it's way too long and nothing happens. And I don't like the writing. It's all just like, for the sake of it. I like if I could put quotes up and like, to show you what I mean. But like, everything is the same. Like, every sentence doesn't say anything. And it just tries to be like a cool sentence. But it doesn't say anything, and that's just the type of writing I hate. I'm going to make dinner in a bit and chill out, and then I might start reading this book. Hold on. This book to cheer me up, because it's not going to let me down. I'm kind of matching as well. And I don't want to do spoilers in case people who watch this really do enjoy the series and everything, but there's just absolutely no resolution for any character. And also, all of them sucked. Especially the people I already didn't like. They were just bad and got worse. But even the people I liked originally, like, just also fell apart. The only one who I still liked by the end of it was Gideon. Is that true? Is there any others that I liked? And Callum. Gideon and Callum are the only 2 I cared about. Carissa was okay, but she got really boring at the end. And that's it. They all sucked. And not in an interesting way. Because, like, obviously the people I like Callum, is a horrible person, but he's an interesting character at least. And he kind of stayed true to himself throughout the whole thing. Whereas all the others, not only are they terrible people, or trying to be good people and failing terribly at it, they're also just bad characters. Because, like, they don't have a sense of self, or a goal, or anything to work towards. And, like, I don't know, they just felt really the same to me inside their own heads. But anyway, I'll stop ranting now. I'm gonna have to like put my thoughts together to a proper review for this book, but I'm going to make some dinner, start reading this book. Okay, so I couldn't wait long to start this book. I'm about to start it now. And like, do you ever just get like a little bit giddy starting a new book? I don't know, because I think I read the other one so recently, so I know, like, I've got no sense of like, oh, am I gonna like this book? Like, oh, is it gonna be difficult to figure out? Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when you start a new book, you're like, oh, okay, like, let's like get my brain engaged and like figure out what's gonna happen in this book, or like, what is it gonna be good? What's it gonna be about? Whereas this, I know that it's gonna be good. I don't know what it's kind of about because I just read the first one in the series like very recently. So there's just pure joy with starting it, you know? I'll update you with my thoughts. Oh my god, imagine if it's bad and I'm just like having the worst time ever in this reading vlog. This is dinner tonight, a random mix of things, and I'm playing Baldur's Gate, which is so difficult, but it is very fun. Good morning, everyone. Excuse the morning face and hair, but I just woke up, oh my god, as you can tell, and I hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god, I'm literally so happy. I can't I can't believe it. Like, this feels crazy. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. This has been a dream and a goal for so long now. And I can't believe it's finally happened. I should say finally. It feels like it's happened really quickly, actually. Like, I'm really, like, pleased with how quickly it's happened. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I woke up this morning and I had like, it was like 997. So I posted on my TikTok and said like, do 3 people want to like make my dream come true? And then immediately within 5 minutes, 3 people had come over onto YouTube and subscribed. So thank you so much. If you're those 3 people, thank you so much, because you really did make my dream come true. And then a few more came over and subscribed as well, which is just the best thing ever. Yeah, I'm so happy. I have nothing else to say other than thank you so much. And I'm so happy. And I can't wait to see where this channel goes and grows this year. Can't wait for it to make it better. And I'm just so happy. So this is my soppy little thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me in the last few months, who've been liking, commenting. I don't know. I didn't really have a plan of what to say because I'm just like very emotional and very happy. So thank you for making me so happy. But if you do want a little book update, this is also making me so happy. I read quite a lot of this last night. I'm like a good chunk through, almost halfway already. And I'm loving it. It's just really cute. It's really like, I don't know, so far it's very fluffy still, like very fluffy. I love the little threads of romance we get. But I literally just love being back with these characters. I love Emily, I love Wendell, and I love the new characters as well. They've got a great dynamic going. So yeah, can't wait to read more of this today. But currently I'm just gonna go out on my little morning walk that has now become such a little routine, which I love. Did you know that these are vegan? Despite having cheese in the title. I know I said I was going on a walk, but I'm just in the shop getting myself a little treat. Hitting 1,000. Maybe this. I got a lottery ticket to see if I'm lucky today. Well, I won a £5. Oh yes. Hello, happy Sunday. I'm just getting some work done and then I'm gonna get back to relaxing and gonna read more of Emily Wilde. I can't wait. And also later tonight I might finish off Agatha Christie that me and Alice have been reading. So we make notes through the chapters like as we go, and then we like dedicate one night to try and like figure out the mystery, and tonight might be that night. Hello. I have not been vlogging at all because me and Alice have just been so invested in trying to figure out this mystery. And I'm going to say we got it half right, you know? Like, we knew all this, like, the thing is, this one was really hard because there was, like, too many clues, which is always the issue with Agatha Christie. There's too many things going on. But I'm going to say that we did get it half right because we knew, like, who the evil people were. And we knew a lot of, like, how it was going to come about. So we didn't get the full thing, but, like, I think we got it half right. Also, it was not my favourite one. It's one of the latest Miss Marples. Agatha Christie wrote it when she was 81 years old. And to be honest, you can kind of tell. That sounds horrible, but you can kind of tell. A few little, like, passages in there are a bit like, oh, why are you talking about that? Or why are you saying it like that? It is always such a fun time trying to figure it out with Alice. Like, we just sit there, like, writing notes back and forth, like, sending voice notes, trying to figure it out. And it's very funny. We did at some point think that it was going to be an incest plotline. And we were incorrect about the incest plotline. But it could have been. Nothing is off the cards. In an Agatha Christie, nothing's off the cards. I'm going to go back to reading a little bit of Emily Wilde now. Good morning, I'm out on my walk and I'm listening to this book, Assassin's Quest, because my Spotify listening hours are finally refreshed. That's why I was listening to it. And it's such a fun one to listen to when I'm like out and about, because like so often the main character of this is like journeying somewhere. It's snowing! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's full on snowing. Like crazy. And I just washed my hair. And I'm so cold. I'm on my way to go and do work in a cafe. But I committed to this before I realised it was snowing outside. I need to catch a bus because it's so fucking cold. Look at it! Worse than just missing the bus, I ran for the bus and then I missed it. And he saw me as well. He saw me. Hello everyone, I thought I'd do a little reading wrap up and sum up what I've managed to read for this vlog, because I just finished Emily Wilde's Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. But let's start with where we started for this vlog. I started off reading the Atlas Complex. Unfortunately, this did not hit for me. The longer I've sat with it, the worse I feel about it too, and you kind of saw my reaction as I was reading it, which was not very impressed. I think for me this is just exactly what I hate in a third book in a series, because every single question that was raised, basically no answers were given. I don't feel like it was a satisfying ending. I don't feel like I got the answers I was wanting. I left with more questions than I had originally, and I just didn't really like the place that all the characters ended up in. We'd also strayed quite far from the things that I loved about the first book, which, as I described, as the complex interpersonal relationships, the way you can jump from head to head and see how all the different types of personalities view different situations, and how these personalities interact. Misa's just come to say hello. And I just feel like we'd completely lost that. Lots of the characters didn't even feel consistent with how they were in book 1 or book 2. And I think just for me, the series goes from a 5-star for the first book, a 3-star, 3.5 stars for the second book, and then a 2 or a 1, maybe a 1.5, because I really didn't enjoy it. It's really, really long. I think that the author was more concerned with making beautiful and shocking sentences than doing anything like answering any questions or actually finishing off the book. At one point there is a bit where you can kind of just tell that she didn't know how to end it, because like she's just written all the different potential endings that could happen and like layered them on top of each other. It just was so unsatisfying to me. I just didn't like it at all, and I felt like it was a real slog to get through. It was really circular, nothing was said, nothing was finalised, and I was very disappointed in it. So that is my review of the Atlas Complex. I'm not holding any punches with that, because I feel like I have to be honest, and I know that this book will have so much hype around it, so I just want to give you a perspective, because I do feel like most people will give this very glowingly positive reviews, especially the people who have had early access to the book. Like, they usually would be more fans of the series like I originally was. So I just want to give a more balanced review. If you are hearing these amazing glowing reviews, then perhaps you can take my kind of review into account. I'm obviously not going to go into spoilers or anything or any specifics about it, because it's the third book in a series, first of all, and second of all, I just never want to give too many spoilers anyway. But yeah, that is the Atlas Complex. And then the other physical book that I managed to read that I've just finished today is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and I love this one. This was perfect. This is exactly what I needed after reading this one. I would say it probably isn't as good as the first one in terms of the plot. Maybe I probably preferred the first one. I think the plot was tighter and a bit cleaner, but I literally just love these characters and I love the writing. I love Emily especially. I just love reading from her perspective. I love the diary journal entry nature of it. I love Emily and Wendell. I love the little grumpy sunshine romance. I love light academia, which is what I'm realising I love so much. The Atlas 6 is very much dark academia, or at least it originally started off as dark academia. This is light academia, and this is what I want. I want light academia. So if you have any other recommendations, another one that I know is light academia that I really want to read is The Natural History of Dragons. That I've heard is also similar. And for this one, I just loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I don't even care if it doesn't deserve 5 stars, but it was 5 stars in terms of my enjoyment of it, you know? It was just so, so cute. I also managed to make some progress with Assassin's Quest. I am now about 65% through this book, and I started off this vlog at around 40%, so that feels pretty good. But yeah, I actually want to do a whole video talking about Robin Hobb, because I have like a specific viewpoint about Robin Hobb. I like her books a lot, I like the series a lot, but they are boring. But they're boring in a nice way, in a comforting and nice way, and I want to expand on that maybe in a video. I'm still really enjoying it, and I also can't wait to see how this trilogy ends, because I feel like it's going to have a pretty good and pretty explosive ending after a lot of slow build-up. I made a tiny bit of progress on The Wheel of Time. I read up to about 15% through that one. There's hundreds and hundreds of pages and I'm still on chapter 1. That's fine. I'm gonna keep chugging away through that one. I also finished Nemesis in this vlog. Not my favourite Agatha Christie, not where I'd recommend to start. Still fine, still fun to do with a friend. And I think the only other thing I was reading is Crime and Punishment, which I'm still the same. I'm still like 12 to 10 to 15% through that one. I haven't listened to much more of that because I've been focusing on Assassin's Quest, but I'm actually really enjoying that so far as well. It's kind of weird and it's pretty engaging. So that is all of the books that I managed to read and kind of continue reading in this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And I'm going to sign off now because I feel like this is already going to be an incredibly long vlog. But if you have watched it all this way, then please remember to subscribe because I just hit 1,000 subscribers in this vlog. So I'm just so happy about that. Thank you so much everyone who has been subscribing. It's literally blown my mind and I cannot believe it. And I'm just so happy and so grateful. So thank you for subscribing and I hope you enjoyed this vlog and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!